Today I'm here with Kim Kramer. She is a Senior Vice President and Wealth Advisor with an independent financial firm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're going to ask Kim a few questions today. Kim, the first question is, what were your initial thoughts when you were first introduced to business coaching at ThistleSea Business Development?
Well, John, it's interesting. I'd actually worked with a life coach a few years ago when I was working for a large bank and was trying to really transition and was feeling a little out of control with the personal and the business aspects of my position. So I was familiar with coaching, and in this case, I had left large companies and was about a year into working in an independent firm model and felt that I really needed to put some structure around my own practice and set some goals and objectives for my future. Impact, mostly in the way I think about my business, not just what I do every day, but really planning going forward. I think it's allowed me to really increase my level of understanding about what drives me, how I deal with my clients, and what differentiates me from other advisors. As we know, it's a vast field, and to really narrow in on what are my true areas of expertise, where are my opportunities, and how do I focus on those and make the most impact while balancing the rest of my life. In terms of professional results, I think I'm looking at things a lot differently. I think I'm at a point where I'm ready to, with the confidence that I've built, to really not just take my business a little bit further, but to create something that's truly impactful for me and my family going forward, creating my own legacy. I don't think I would be there without coaching, because I am a person who tends to go, wants everybody to be happy and doesn't really like a lot of conflict. And so by really seeing what the cost to me of not taking action sometimes, in a way I've learned what I'm losing, and therefore by structuring things differently and maybe moving forward in a slightly different direction or a vastly different direction, the financial rewards are going to be a lot greater, and the control that I have that I wasn't sure I could have is certainly going to be there as well. I think on my personal life, it's really helped me to separate my personal and business, and I say that, I kind of laugh because I truly work in my sweet spot. I am working with people every day, and even though I am not somebody who could be a natural caregiver, I really do feel like I am a caregiver of their legacy and their wealth and their assets. And so it's really easy for me to work 24/7 because I feel like everybody could be a prospect. But what it's allowed me to do is really focus on myself too. What are my personal goals? Because certainly part of the coaching is not just all about business. It's about where do I see my relationships with my family and friends? What are my fitness and nutrition goals? And also, what does my leisure look like? And what does my retirement down the road look like? So having a roadmap that's put in place for both personal and professional has been really impactful for me. And so I think I do have a better balance than I did before. I also feel like it's good to have an objective person to hold you accountable, to make you do things that maybe you would not do, to look at things from a different perspective, to put some structure around what you're doing. And so for me, I don't know how anybody getting started in a new business venture, trying to take their business to the next level, thinks that they can do it on their own, because the value of that accountability, the thoughtfulness of the process that you go through. I have received a return on investment. There are days that it's more than others, I think. If anything, I've become much more empowered to do what I need to do to take my business forward. in terms of, I value, I'm not somebody who is as driven by money, even though I've made a great living over my lifetime and continue to do well. But my real return on investment is that balance. It's that my relationships are better because I'm focusing my time on those things. My business is really taking off. I've been able to really focus on areas of opportunity. And I don't know that without coaching, if I would have been able to really narrow down, well, gee, this is where you should be spending your time and energies. And I think it's good to understand what you're trying to achieve, although what I have found is even things that were not on my agenda or even in my thought process that I needed to deal with have been brought to my attention and have been looked at in ways that I never would have looked at before. So I think I think coaching is a really good thing. It gives you accountability, it gives you structure, and really it opens the possibilities to what your future can be. So I would say go for it.